Good afternoon. My name is PJ Capozzi, Superintendent of Schools for Meridian CUSD 223. The purpose of today's message is to recap the February 2016 Board of Education meeting. The February board meeting was a massive board meeting in terms of what it means for the future of our district. 11 months of work in investigating our health, life, safety situation, passing those amendments, trying to secure financing to pay for those, and then determining who we are going to work with to get that work done all came to a head at this meeting. So we're very pleased to announce that the board, after months of deliberation on what type of scenario in terms of financing we would use, made the decision in January, and we went through and completed the paperwork in February for us to sell the bonds necessary to complete the health, life, safety work. We also spent months negotiating a contract with Optera, who is going to work as our performance contractor to help us ensure that the project is done at a very high quality and in a timely manner to start over the summer. So what that means for the public is that you will see a large amount of work done on each of the 4 district buildings this summer. And in the process and the scenarios that we use to finance this, you should not see an increase to your tax rate. Other things that we discussed at the meeting included the state of Springfield and what school financing looks like and what the governor's budget looks like in comparison to what the Illinois State Board of Education's recommendations are. What we know now is that there is a good chance that the education funding for next year will be kind of used as a leverage point. If you follow anything within what's going on in Springfield, you'll know that right now there's been a stalemate for months and months. What the belief is being talked about is that if schools aren't getting funded, it will get everyone to the table. So there's a chance that our school funding to begin next year will be held hostage in order to reach a compromise between the Democrats and Republicans. So this is a situation which we're preparing for. Hopefully it doesn't occur, but this is kind of our worst case scenario. So we're making the appropriate decisions in order to make sure that our district is in a good position. Pleased to announce a couple pieces of great news which occurred at this board meeting as well. We received over $37,000 in anonymous donations. Really want to thank those benefactors who were able to work with myself and other administrators to identify needs that we have for the district, and they were very generous in donating their money so that we can provide better services to our kids and to our community. Also, very proud to recognize Megan Forte. Megan is a first-year teacher within the district who works with our bilingual and ESL populations. She has truly gone above and beyond her first year and done a tremendous job organizing the standardized testing which our bilingual students need to take. So we were very proud to recognize her. The administrative report for this month was from the Transportation Department. Their PowerPoint is online with a board book link, and if you play the presentation like you would any PowerPoint, you can hear their voiceover. Transportation Department has done an incredible job reducing expenses nearly 30% over the last 5 years, able to detail some of the challenges that still remain in the department, but also were able to congratulate them on a job well done this month. And lastly, we had a couple pieces of just ordinary business we need to take care of. We've been talking about establishing a vision statement and wordsmithing it for about the past 4 months, able to come to a consensus that our district vision will be a district with small town values and a world-class education. Additionally, we approved our seniority list. This is just procedural for us to document our work with our certified staff to ensure that the public knows and that the board has approved where exactly everyone is at in terms of seniority. And lastly, we approved our Board of Education calendar for next year. Our calendar has been pretty much consistent for the last 2 years. We made a couple switches for this year. We moved up both the November and December board meetings to avoid conflicts. The November meeting traditionally takes place on the first night of the board conference, which takes place in Chicago. Moved it up a week to avoid that conflict. And in December, we moved up the board meeting because traditionally it happens the Thursday before the Friday in which school ends for break. Since we are compelled by law to pass our levy at that meeting, we wanted to make sure in case anything random or unforeseen happened at that meeting is that we'd have time to get back convened as a board before the end of the year. So we moved that meeting up a week as well. That's the majority of what took place in terms of substance at the board meeting. I want to thank everyone for taking time to listen. If you have any questions, as always, please feel free to call me, 815-980-0310, or email me. Thank you, and make it a great day.